what are the issues of going to Russia now? Another question kind of on the same topic is, lots of people are worried about, they say, okay, what are the issues of going to Russia now? What should I be prepared for? What's changed? And I say the two main issues are getting funds in Russia and really like some of the, modern day conveniences with your bank at home and stuff. The next question is, we went into it just briefly with getting funds to Russia, right? It depends where your funds are. It depends what kind of passport you have, but basically, what are some of the options? What have you been relying on? Do you get cash, bring it in? Do you use cryptocurrency? Do you use other banks, friendly to Russia, but outside of, the West? Like there's so many options and they're all kind of headaches, but.
Yeah, when it all started, what I first did was go and open up a bank account in Armenia because Armenia happens to have a bank that has the Mir cards.
Okay.
So, you have Visa, MasterCard, and we have Mir, which is Russia's version of Visa.
Right.
In Armenia, they have banks that have that card, so it works in Russia because Mir only works in certain countries. Russia, Egypt, Turkey, it used to, it's changing it all the time, but not many places accept it, but in Russia, that's kind of the one of the main cards. And it also happened that I could send money from America, so I could wire money to my Armenian bank account in dollars and then transfer that into rubles and put it on my Mir card to use in Russia.
So you didn't even transfer it to Russia, it just sat in the Armenian bank in rubles.
It didn't even come into Russia.
Oh, interesting.
So that very difficult option to do because you have to have an apartment in Armenia.
Oh, I see.
So I had to actually find an apartment, just a cheap apartment that I wasn't even really gonna use.
Right.
Just so that I could, have the registration or whatever it's required for the bank account. So that's a pretty costly monthly fee,
right,
just to have, just to get access to your money.
But do you have to have it the whole time or just at opening the bank?
You have to have a contract for 6 months and it has to be officially notarized and done through like the tax commission. So I know that there were some people, when it all started there, before Armenia could kind of react to the situation, there were people coming in and opening up bank accounts without that requirement. And then it was such a big influx that they started to make it harder. So they made it so you had to have an apartment and all this. So that's not a very feasible option for most people. Right. And so then I started exploring crypto. I've never done anything with crypto myself. I just was never interested in it. I heard about it from you and a couple other people.
Sure.
That you can transfer and then put that into rubles. And that's what I've been doing lately. I've seen a couple people bring cash, but I don't see the reason why to do that. If you can just do it digitally. Right. Through crypto. The rate is really good through doing it with crypto. And that's,
I think, you spend significant amount of time here. That's probably the biggest difference.
It depends,
Other people may come per trip. I was like, well, you can bring cash.
That's true.
Don't bring euros, because I heard people get euros confiscated leaving Europe. Yeah, it's like we have a client in Germany. He goes from Germany to St. Petersburg, and he's like, I can only take like 300 euros cash, or they'll take they'll confiscate if they ask and find it. So if you're going to Russia like multiple times, you can take US dollars in cash up to 10 grand and exchange it for a favorable rate here. But
that's different.
For most people, most people it's like my funds are there anyway.
Yeah. Me living here, I need a consistent way to get money here.
Right.
Every month, every week, quickly. But if you're just visiting for a week or something, then cash works, I guess. You don't need to open up a bank account in Armenia if you're coming for a week.
What? To visit Russia, I need a 6-month contract. That's a little overkill. Obviously, you probably could not even open a bank account in Russia for, using rubles. Just come, change your cash to rubles.
And then just get by on cash.
Right. Yeah.